Hello everyone and welcome back into Quilting by Numbers with your Mac computer. This is Jackie. I hope you enjoyed the first two lessons. We are going to get right into it today. We're going to go down to the dock. We are going to open up your Numbers application on your Mac. I'm going to move this up to the top of the screen slightly. When you open up your Numbers, you will see down here a tab called Open Recent. Click on the down arrow and it will show you all your different things that you had been working on, but the very last one will be at the top. If you remember, we named it Lesson 1. Click on Lesson 1 and it will open up to where we left off. We had these two star shapes made, and we're going to learn to add on a little bit to these today with some different shapes and possibly replicate them as well. We want to go ahead and open up our inspector and have that here off to the side. And then what I would like to do is I would like to add on to this shape. Now, just so you know, this is this star shape is a shape that I used for a recent design of mine that was published in Quilt magazine called Paradise Island. It was in the last issue. The current issue just came out, but I had used blue batiks, blue and purple batiks. So it's the same block design that I'm using for this particular lesson. So anyway, we're going to go up to the shape icon, click on it so it has the drop down menu, and now you want to click on this quarter square triangle. You will get a little square, and if you remember correctly, once you have selected that, it will highlight that with the little handles here. And what we want to do is we want to resize that particular square. So I want to fill in this area here along the side of the larger triangle. So I want that width to be half of the width of this square, and the square we had made before was 4 by 4. So we want the width, we're going to highlight that, and we're going to change it to 4 inches. So now, I'm sorry, we want to change it to 2 inches. Sorry, my mistake, half of the 4 inches. We want to make the height 4 inches because that is the height of this triangle. And we can remember that because the background grid, if you remember, was 2 inches by 2 inches. Each cell was 2 by 2. So we know this fits on here, and you see that there are 2 cells behind it. So it is 4 by 4. So the width of this triangle is going to be 2 inches and the height is 4 inches. Now obviously you can see it does not quite fit, but if you remember from the last lesson, we used this flip tool. We are going to flip that, and there, voila, it now fits. Now what I can do is I can replicate this left side triangle, and I want to replicate that 4 times because we have 4 left triangles on the star. So what I will do is I'm going to hold down Command and tap C, and that copies it, and then hold down Command V and it pastes it, and do it one more time and one more time. Now I have 4 left triangles. But I would also like to fill them in, but I think I want to fill them in obviously with a different fabric. So we're going to go back in, we're going to minimize the screen just for a minute, and you can see how I have left the 2 fabrics up here on my desktop. We are going to go ahead and we're going to open up the website again, and we're going to choose another fabric to go along with it. Since we're already using K-Facet from Westminster, we'll choose some more K-Facet from Westminster. Since I'm using red and yellow, we're going to pick another fabric that may go quite well with it, maybe another floral or something of that nature. And we'll pick, let's see, how about we use, I'm thinking of a green possibly, might go well with it. So let's see what we have here. Well, how about this blue might be nice with it. So why don't we pick this fabric? And remember what I did is I just took the image and I dragged it off onto the desktop. So now it lives on my desktop, and we can go ahead and minimize that screen. So now we have this blue fabric, and we want to go back and we want to open up numbers again. We just minimized it, so just click on the numbers icon on your dock and it will bring it back up again. And for those of you who don't know, the little yellow minus sign here just means minimizing the screen. All it does is it puts that screen down on the dock for you, and you can either click on that particular screen again and it brings it back up, or you can click on the numbers icon and it will bring it back up. So now we want to fill these 4 triangles. But I'm going to select all 4, so it will fill all 4 of them at the same time. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold down the Command key and we're going to click on all 4. So now you can see that they are all highlighted with the little square handles. We're going to go into the Graphic Inspector, which is where we find our fill. If you remember from last time, we dropped down this menu and we chose Image Fill. It goes right to the desktop because that's where we had selected from last time. So we're going to select the image that we would like to fill it with. So we pick the blue fabric we had just done. Now it's on scale to fit, which is not what we want because it obviously does not fill that triangle. So we want to click on the down arrow key and we want to click Scale to Fill. And that fills it out for you quite nicely, I might add. So we're going to take this and we are going to, oops, we got them all selected. So we only want one selected at a time. And actually we can go up here just to show you. If you go up to your toolbar at the top and you click on Edit, it will undo anything that you did before. You can click Undo Move and it will put everything back where you had it before. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to then again flip them. So we want to go back to the inspector and click on Flip for that one. And this one's going to get flipped, actually it's going to get flipped back the other way, and we're going to angle it. It's got to be, I believe, a 90-degree angle. There we go. And then we just move it into position. And this one will also go at a 90-degree angle. So we're going to type in the angle. You also have this little rotate circle. You can go ahead and you can rotate it to the angle you want, but sometimes it's just easier to type it in. It's not quite in the right position, so we're going to flip that. And there we go. So now what we want to do is we want to create the right side. So we can go ahead and we can Command C to copy it and Command V to paste, and we're going to do that 4 times so that we get 4 of these. And I want to undo that move for a second. Okay, so now it's going to go on this side and we use the flip tool again. So we don't have to recreate, but we're going to use this arrow. It's going to flip the object left to right, and there we go. And it fits right in there, and you might have to tweak it a little bit by moving it around. This one will have to go on the 90-degree. And there we go, and we're going to flip that. Oops, wrong flip, sorry. And we're going to move that into position. And we are going to do the same with the rest. This will go in the 90-degree. And we will flip that. Oh, there we go. And we'll bring this one down. And this one will get a flip. And to the other side. There we go. And we move that into position. Now, we are going to group these all together. So we want to Command click on all of these. And as you remember last time, we had already grouped the star together. So when you saw I clicked on the red triangle, it selected the whole star. So now we're going to, all of the triangles are selected. We're going to go up to the top, click Arrange, and click Group. Now, as you can see, it is 1 unit. Now, before we end this lesson, I also wanted to tell you there's another way that you could do this, and these are little idiosyncrasies that you will learn along the way. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ungroup real quickly. And then what we are going to do is I'm going to click on the large star and I'm going to ungroup that as well. And now what you see, if you wanted to, is select that red triangle, select each of those, group just that piece, Command C, copy it, Command V. Now you have that block, and all you'd have to do is Command copy and Command paste that 4 times and place that on all 4 sides. So that is another way that you can handle that as well. But when you're first putting the block together, you may not do it in that manner. You may do it individually, and as you get a little more proficient at it, you'll understand that you can do it in shortcut kind of ways. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to delete these 2 off of here, and we're just going to regroup the whole units back together just so that they're all one. We're going to arrange that and group it. Okay, so now again it is all one piece. We're going to end the lesson for today. When we come back, we will continue to add on, and we'll show you a few more little tricks of the trade. Thanks, and I appreciate you joining in, and I love any comments you might have about it. Thanks again. Bye-bye.